I'd like to welcome you to this edition of Bonus Church. I'm glad that you're with us. We are preparing to go to the house of the Lord today, and I want you to be encouraged as you go. This morning, I'd like to talk to you about loneliness, and sometimes that emotion and experience comes calling around holiday season or around other significant times in the year of a person's life. Sometimes it's reoccurring, sometimes it's a surprise to you. But in dealing with this, remember that loneliness is not a loss of affection, it's a loss of direction. Sometimes we connect it with the loss of affection, but when the loss of affection appears, generally we lose direction. And the antidote for that is to refocus on direction, not the loss of affection. And some of the things that you might want to do if loneliness is part of your journey at this time of the year is concentrate on your present advantages. There are some. Take a look at them and celebrate them and enjoy them. Stop reliving yesterday. You do that by choosing to refocus your mind and your thoughts on other things. You see, memories are really photographs of past experiences that we've had or gone through. And generally, what we concentrate on, we tend to feel. Yeah, that does create emotions. And then what we feel, we begin to perform or act out or do or have an action that corresponds with our feelings. Sometimes you may want that, other times you may not want that. But our performance actually gets so far into us that it determines some of our self-worth and self-esteem. A lot of people who experience loneliness, their self-worth and self-esteem goes to new lows. Really, loneliness is a weapon of Satan to destroy the productivity of the present by forcing us to concentrate on the past. And I don't want you to do that. I want you to fight back on that. Here's some things you can remember. Remember that when you feel emptiness in that loneliness arena, it's preparing you for the filling or the refilling. God has not forgotten you. If you experience doubt, maybe someone has betrayed you, but that will force us to dig for what we really believe. It strengthens us in that sense if we refuse to remain idle. And then again, if you have found that others maybe have flippantly not valued relationships as you have, it tests the sincerity of others. That's what loneliness will do. But it also develops your discerning abilities. You'll be better next time. It does promote some increased growth and wisdom. The testing of the sincerity of others is always, I think, something that's done in relationships. Remember this as well. Timing is a golden word of wisdom with loneliness. It's going to actually be the key to the treasures you really would like to unlock in your journey. So there's a time, and we'll close with this, there's a time to be aggressive, and then there's a time to be gentle. But there's really no time to become idle when loneliness is present. We don't want you to become emotionally paralyzed, and we'd really not like you to become passive. The writer of Ecclesiastes gives us some insight when he says, to everything there is a season and a time for every purpose under the heavens. And then there is in Lamentations another verse, the Lord is good unto them that wait for him. Yeah, God's good to those who wait for him. Waiting is not passive. Waiting is relationship building with God. Waiting on him provides a spiritual rest for the internal part of us. So my encouragement to you today is walk this out. And if loneliness is part of your journey, try to refocus on some of the advantages that you do have and not let the enemy just overwhelm you and push you into a pit of loneliness where all of the real you is adversely affected in that arena. Keep the pace, walk this out with God, and to God be the glory. I'm blessed to be part of your journey, and I want you to have a wonderful, wonderful Lord's Day. God bless you. We'll talk again soon.